Hello K-Family, and welcome back to another one of our fabulous unboxings. And this has been generating a lot of excitement around the shop lately, so not only did we decide to get it for a demo copy for you to come in and enjoy and try it out and see if you want to do it. Again, you can come in and play it because I've heard good and I've heard bad from every corner of the board gaming universe. So what I wanted to do is give our customers the opportunity to see for themselves before they take the plunge. They could come in, look at the components, and we are actually doing a learn to play. So if you're already following our Facebook, then you'll be able to know that, again, on this coming Saturday, we're going to be doing a learn to play, which we do a lot of here. We definitely teach what we sell. So again, let's get ready to dig into this. And again, if you guys are down in Franklin, drop into the shop and get yourself a Chris High Five. All right, kids, well, let's dig into this beast. First thing I want to mention is, again, you can kind of see that this is two sections, so we're going to investigate all the sections today. So again, without further ado, we're going to get into this thing and see what it's all about. So another game by Fantasy Flight Games. Again, they already do the Descent line. One thing you do need to know is this is not part of that Descent story. This is its own storyline, its own kind of thing, so this is not going to be part of that world. Again, Act 1, so it looks like they are going to have additional content. Ooh, new board game smell, yes. Look at all the happy little pages. Okay, nice full color instruction book. Digging it, digging it, digging it. One of the things that I heard as far as a negative thing about this game is setting up the terrain and the tiles and all this other. I'm here to tell you, if you're already a fan of Descent, even the other one, Journeys into Dark or Journeys into the Darkness, that one requires setup time too. It calls out the tiles and it calls out everything that you have to put out. So again, I'm no stranger to setting up map tiles for Descent, no stranger to setting up things for that. So again, the fact that they've added terrain, I really do enjoy this. I enjoy that there is terrain and instructions. I think theme is 100% cool because, again, aside from this game, if you're an avid dungeon master, you can actually, again, use this in a campaign that maybe you're running on another fantasy game that happens to exist in your home. Let's have a look and see what's in here. Lots of happy little minis. Ooh, look at them all. Let's have a look at a couple of them here. These are some bad guys. Oh, I already like this guy right here, man. He looks wicked. I gotta get him out. I don't know what he is. He looks like some kind of like monstrosity kind of thing. Look at that face, man. He's only a face a mom could love. So you'll notice here at the bottom, there's like a little alcove. And what that is in the previous Descent game, they would have what's called like normal monsters or like a lieutenant monster or a leader monster. So I believe in this one that is going to be something that will be for a monster of a higher level. So that's one thing. Oh, these are all really nice minis. Wow. Okay, I'm impressed. These are nice. These are all really nicely done. Give you guys a couple seconds to kind of look at these happy little minis, because if you get the game, they are going to look amazing. Look at all those little guys in there. Nice, nice little. So again, my opinion on the minis, good quality. I like that they've set the boss aside in his own little alcove. One thing that I do that you may do, just kind of a pro gamer tip, see how much negative space there is in here. So whenever you own the game, this negative space would be good for storing dice, storing extra bits and baubles. So again, whenever you're having a game like this, storage solutions are a premium. So again, you've got a good 1.5 inches there of storage space all the way down. So that's something I would use for that. I'm thinking that they probably did the same. So no, these trays just tough. So yeah, this whole thing sticks together. So not much storage there, but yes, I would use the bad guy thing for some storage. Okay, lots of tiles. It looks like a whole lots of happy punching. Yes, definitely have lots of happy punching to come our way. That is insanity. Okay, there's the stress. I like that. We might crack these open just to kind of see what's in there here in a minute, but we're going to go ahead on through and see what we get. So I thought this was kind of cool. I always talk about how companies think about gamers. This is a rare case for Fantasy Flight, and I'll say that. They do make the Gamegenic sleeves. These are very good. They are decent quality. Don't know why they stopped doing their own brand, but now they're doing Gamegenic. It could be just like a plastic thing, maybe cheaper to produce it. But they sent us some sleeves as a sample. So I think even though it's maybe like 8 of them, that's still a nice gesture, because if you own board games and you're like me and you want to protect your stuff, sleeving is a must. Okay, remember we were talking about the alcove on the bottom of the monsters? These little counters go in the bottom of the monster, so this is going to kind of like tell what level they are. Like, so you got red, purple, green, and yellow. So that's going to tell you what kind of monster you're up against. That's good to know. They've got some dices. Again, these look like they're going to be, again, specifically for this game. I don't know if this is a good roll or not, but I mean, the dice feel normal dice. I mean, the good weight, nothing shabby. It looks like a good quality. Okay, so they've sent us the cards loose, which I'm okay with. Now, normally, sometimes you'll see in a newer game with these cards being in like a packaged type sleeve where you have to open everything. I'm okay with it kind of not being that way. So card quality, not bad. It is a little bit of a texture on it, which is good. I would still sleeve these simply because of the price of the game. And if this is something that I'm going to be playing quite a lot of, then I definitely want to, yeah, there's your player aid. So definitely want to sleeve these cards here for sure. I'm just one of those people that like to protect a game. Sometimes when it gets to be on the shelf for a while and it hasn't hit the table in a hot minute, in that case I might go ahead and just take the sleeves off, and then eventually I might trade it or sell it. It just depends on the game. Some games I never sleeved, but I don't have the heart to get rid of them. Ooh, I like the artwork on these. That's really nice. I like the artwork. The artwork on the armor, pretty solid. I'm digging it. Definitely going to add to that kind of like medieval type feel. If you guys want to take a look at that. So, looks pretty cool. I'm digging it. Not bad. I like it. Also, I believe you can craft in this. So one of the things, again, I haven't really played the game yet, and I definitely plan on it, kicking the tires on it. One thing I've heard is that you can do some crafting in this. A lot of people kind of compare this to just playing a video game versus a board game. So let me kind of speak to that for a minute. Again, not having played the game, I have played the regular form of Descent, and that form, again, I think it's Journeys into Darkness or something like that. It's the most recent one. It's like version 2. But what that one does is it takes the role of like the evil presence. So it runs everything as far as monsters and general storytelling. Ooh, looky, weapons. Ooh, Diamond Blade. Hammer. Avenging Hammer. Marshall's Warhammer. Okay, so they've got some decent little weapons. I'm a fan. Look at that. That looks pretty cool. Some little kunais. Nice. Ooh, those gauntlets look pretty wicked, man. Right? All right. So that looks, these must be all the hero weapons. I'm liking them. That thing looks pretty nasty, the spiked hammer. I'm liking that. Ooh, that's good. Some bows and some stuff. Some runes. Just take a little time to kind of put everything back into the baggies just so that I know where it's at when I break it out when I get home. And what I'm going to do again when I get home is, again, we might do some of it here, is punch everything out, organize it, and go from there. So again, here's some character cards. We'll go over a few of those. Kind of excited to kind of see who we get. I've kind of seen who these are, but I also kind of want to show you if you guys are a fan of our channel. Hope I had it right the first time. Looks like I can't tell. You've got the screen upside down like that. Okay, there we go. So Bryn, Varix, Chance. That's the creature that has the claws on it. Cyrus, Kaylee, Galadin, and then here's some underlays for different terrain. This is part of what they're complaining about putting out to add theme to it. So I was like, okay. So, all right, here's one of the things that I'm gonna speak directly to, hopefully they're listening, Fantasy Flight. This is one of the things they do. They put this is like the world famous Fantasy Flight insert. If you've owned a Fantasy Flight game, you've probably seen a similar insert. It's just here. It may or may not serve a purpose if you figure out how to use it. The one game where they gave us an actual insert was Marvel Champions. I got to tell you, that was like my favorite thing about that game. When people are like, you got an insert? So again, keep in mind, this is the most amount of insert you're going to get. Most likely, if I were to own this game hardcore and I ran out of storage solutions, this would be the first thing to go. It barely serves a purpose. I would rather have a nice plastic tray like they gave us for the minis for all my bits and baubles, for all my dice, for my cards. Like, because if I'm putting this in there, that does very little for me. My cards still kind of swish around in there. So, not angry, but think about us. All right, so we're getting into the second half of it here. Dun, 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 dun. We're gonna open this up. Now, this is the bottom half. That's really heavy for a box, okay. The bottom half, so again, this is where it looks like you're gonna store all of your happy scenery. And this does come out, so it does look like you are gonna use this as part of the terrain, which is really cool. You got like another nice manhole cover. So again, not bad on the 3D terrain thing. That's all that's in this bottom half is just storage. So one of the things I'm going to probably do is, again, take this home, kind of organize it. We are planning on playing it. So if you would like to kind of hear my thoughts on the gameplay, then let me know and I'll do a separate video where we kind of talk about the adventure we had and give you our general thoughts. We're not going to pull any punches because we're hardcore adventurers, we're longtime adventurers. So in that case, we want to be as fair and, you know, stand back and go, hey, okay, based on what you've made, here's how much enjoyment it gave us. So these aren't too bad. Oh, these look like they pop out really easy. That's a good sign. Pretty excited. Ooh, I do like the colors on this, and it feels pretty stout. Again, hopefully you only have to ever build everything in here once. I haven't found that out yet. Haven't seen enough people say, oh, hey, you have to set it up and tear it down. I set it up and tear it down. So, don't know about that. Ooh, I like little iron gates. Oh, see, I'm okay with this. And I think this is probably where the biggest price point, aside from game design and minis, came from. Again, health dials. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That looks like some kind of dragon statue, so that's going to be pretty sweet. So again, going to get this back to the real, you know, my own personal little cave, and then I'm going to kind of just see how everything fits together. Again, if you want to see the video of how I've organized everything and kind of gone from there for, again, it'll be more of like if I was going to own it, but it's still going to be here for the store for folks to play. You can just comment in there like, hey, listen, please do a review on this game. I kind of want your thoughts on how this game plays. I think what I'm going to do is just kind of put these on the bottom. That way it's a lot easier to get at those tiles now that they're open. But yeah, guys, I'm more than happy to do a review for this game. This is just a components overview and an unboxing. So far, so good. Again, overall, everything else, very beautiful. I'm actually really excited to play this. Again, from Fantasy Flight Games, this is Descent Legends of the Dark. It's 3 to 4 hours long, 1 to 4 players. It is completely co-op. It does require the app that come with it. That's another big thing that people are kind of giving it a rough time about, because they're always like, well, what if Fantasy Flight goes under, or, you know, things like that. That other Descent game has been out for a hot minute, for quite a while, and they're still doing, you know, they're still doing like downloads and apps and expansions for that. So anyway, okay, and well, guys, again, if you would like to hear a review on this game, I will give you, again, 100% my thoughts on it. I'm still playing it anyway, but again, if you would like to just comment, say, hey, would like to hear more about this game and what your actual thoughts are. If I could get the other adventurers who played it with me to kind of give me their thoughts, I'll throw in those too. So again, thank you for your guys' support. Make sure you invite a friend, like and subscribe. And again, if you're in Franklin, drop in and say hi to everybody. Have a good one. Bye-bye.